Welcome and thank you for joining us for this week's Midweek Connection. Tonight I'm going to try to keep it brief, but I do want to share with you from Psalm 46. It seems that the writer of this psalm was going through some troubling times, some trials. Maybe his earth was crumbling beneath him. And as he writes in verse 1, he says, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore, we will not fear, though the earth gives way, though the mountains be moved into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam, though the mountains tremble at its swelling. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy habitation of the Most High. God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God will help her when morning dawns. The nations rage, the kingdoms totter. He utters his voice, the earth melts. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. Come, behold the works of the Lord, how he has brought desolations on the earth. He makes wars to cease to the end of the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the chariots with fire. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. And just as this particular psalm spoke to God's people centuries ago, it should speak to us today. Don't be alarmed by what you're watching in the news. Don't be alarmed by the events of the world. Yes, I think they're matters that we should be praying about, and they should be things that we should be trusting into the Lord's hands. We lose too much sleep over things that we can't control, and we need to trust Him. He tells us to cast all of our care on Him because He cares for us. And I want to encourage you as a child of God to do that now. It doesn't matter who is in the White House, and it doesn't really matter what kind of obstacles is thrown into the culture today. If we're trusting in God and we believe His word, we know that He is a very present help in trouble. So don't lose sleep over what you're seeing. Just trust it into the hands of the Lord, who's able to meet every need. It's funny that David didn't tremble as he stood before the mighty Goliath because he knew that his God was greater than the foe that he was up against. And He's greater than your foe. He's greater than the obstacles that are in your way, regardless of what you're going through, whether it's physical, spiritual, emotional, or whatever. Our God is a very present help in trouble. And I'm thankful for the strength that He shows in our weakness. And I want to encourage you this week to trust Him. Trust Him. Just say a simple prayer, maybe right now, saying, Lord, I believe. Help my unbelief. Help me as I place my confidence and trust in You, that I might rest in You, that I might wait on You. And come what may, I'm not going to worry. I'm just simply going to look to You because You are my very present help. Here at Porter, we are trying our hardest to trust in the Lord in these hard days, these difficult days. And as we do that, we try to do it as a church family, to encourage one another in the Word. And as we gather here on Sundays to worship, and as our young people will be meeting here this evening for their midweek service, they do that to encourage one another and to be reminded of God's goodness. We want to remind you of that as well. If you have any questions about Porter.Church or the ministries here at Porter Free Will Baptist Church, please email us at hello@Porter.Church. I promise you I'll get back with you as quickly as possible. God bless you.